व्हाट्स अप गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। ये वीडियो एक्चुअली थोड़ा सा लंबा होने वाला है पर उतना ही इंपॉर्टेंट भी है उन सब लोगों के लिए जिनको इस वक्त नीड है किसी भी एक स्टेट से दूसरे स्टेट में ट्रैवल करने के लिए। आई हैव एक्चुअली इंटरेक्टेड विद वन ऑफ माय फ्रेंड मधुरा हु रिसेंटली केम फ्रॉम पुणे टू बैंगलोर, दैट इज फ्रॉम महाराष्ट्र टू कर्नाटका, एंड व्हाट हैज बीन हर एंटायर एक्सपीरियंस। इस वीडियो को मैंने एक्चुअली तीन पार्ट में डिवाइड किया है। द फर्स्ट विल बी व्हाट आर द डॉक्यूमेंट्स, व्हाट आर द गाइडलाइंस दैट अ पर्सन हैज टू फॉलो बिफोर यू डिसाइड योर मोड ऑफ ट्रांसपोर्ट। Second will be what are the airline norms, what are the airline costs right now in the current situation. And third segment will be her overall experience कि अगर आपको इस वक्त मजबूरी में ट्रैवल करना पड़ रहा है तो आपको किन किन प्रॉब्लम्स एंड किन किन प्रोसेस से गुजरना पड़ेगा। सो let's start the conversation right now with Madhura, and I'm going to see you at the end of the video. Welcome Madhura to my YouTube video. It's nice to
Hi,
have.
Gaurav.
There are a lot of questions that you've been answering on Instagram about your recent problems that you've been facing because of travel. So,
Okay, yeah.
firstly, before starting, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I'm Madhura, and I'm a fashion stylist. I'm based out of Bangalore, and I'm here to today share my experience about how I was stranded in Pune for 3 months and how I finally figured out a way to come back home to Bangalore. Yeah, that's why I'm
So
here.
quickly, let's move to the first segment, which will be about the government norms and guidelines. So, Madhura, the first question that I have for you is that what are the government guidelines and documents and all that are required if anybody wants to, let's say, travel to Karnataka, or let's say if somebody wants to come to Bangalore? I'm sure you must be only aware about through Maharashtra route, but then
Maharashtra, yes.
can you share what's
Yeah.
your experience and what are the documents, guidelines required for the same?
Yeah. So first of all, from the state that you're traveling to and from the state that you're traveling from both the states, you need permissions. So you have to register. So I was in Pune, so I had to register with the Pune City Police and tell them that I was in this area. I'm going back home and provide my residential proof and all of that. So you need your pass from Pune or from whichever city you're stuck in to cross the state border. And secondly, you need permission from the Karnataka government, because the Karnataka government is keeping track on each and every citizen movement from out of the state or into the state. So that is a portal called Seva Sindhu, where you have to register, and that becomes your e-pass. So these are the two documents that you need. And plus, so right now the situation is such that there are three severely affected states in India, top three states which are severely affected. When I came, it was only Maharashtra, but now it is Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and Delhi. So for these three cities, if you're traveling from, then in addition to just a COVID negative certificate, which is a mandatory thing for everybody, you need an ICMR approved COVID-19 certificate so that you can skip your institutional quarantine. Otherwise, you will be sent straight to institution quarantine, because the current norm is that it is compulsory institution quarantine for these three states: 7 days for Maharashtra, 3 days for Delhi, and 3 days for Tamil Nadu. So if you want to avoid that, then the essential document that you need is the ICMR certificate.
Okay.
So these are
Can you
the
just
norms.
elaborate what's an ICMR certificate and all, because I don't think a lot of people will be aware about it. So what exactly this is?
So ICMR stands for Indian Council of Medical Research. So basically, there are a few labs in India and some labs in every state which are ICMR approved. So what the current government norms in Karnataka at least say are you need a certificate of being COVID negative from an ICMR approved lab. So what you have to basically do is search for private clinics around your area, which are ICMR approved, and then get a COVID test done from that clinic. And the report that you get from that clinic is basically your ICMR certificate.
What will be the expense for this particular activity if I have to get it done?
Yeah, so the cost of this test when I did the ICMR test was 4,500 per person. This was on 14th June in the state of Maharashtra and the city of Pune. But as per recent articles, if they are to be believed, every state government has been given the right to put a different cap on this price. If I'm not wrong, the Karnataka government is at 2250 per person, and somewhere in Delhi it was 3500. You'll have to cross-check these facts, but as of now, this is what I did was 4500, and now the prices have been changed. So you'll have to figure out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Madhura, let's say once we have got the ICMR certificate and the COVID test is done and we are tested negative, then you are good to go travel, right? Like that's the, if that's all that is required for anybody who's traveling, right?
Yes, that is all that is required for anybody who's traveling from Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and Delhi to skip the institution quarantine. You can travel without the ICMR. The only condition is that you will be subjected to compulsory institution quarantine, at least in Karnataka, because they are taking no chances.
So let's move to the second segment. That is basically now you're all done. You have all the documentations, and now it's about the flight and traveling. Like it's an airline travel or a road travel. I'm sure you must have preferred the air travel.
Okay, so first of all, the ICMR certificate is valid only for 48 hours. So what happened with us is we initially wanted to travel by road because we had taken our car from Bangalore to Pune and we intended to come back the same way. But the issue that happened was split into two things. The first point being, so I got my test done on Saturday afternoon, and I got the reports on Saturday night itself. So we were not confident that if we leave Pune on Monday morning, if we will be able to do the whole journey within the given amount of time, because it takes like 15-16 hours to travel by road. And another thing that we faced on that front was Karnataka government also has this slot system, which again is nowhere publicized. There was only one article that I read somewhere which said that if you want to travel to Bangalore, if you have to travel to Karnataka, you'll have to put your plans on hold because there are no slots. But the slot system is not mentioned anywhere on Karnataka Health Department's Twitter, on Seva Sindhu portal. There's no mention of the slot until you fill out the form. So I'll tell you what we did. So once we got the ICMR certificate, since we had decided we'll come by car, we started filling out the application on the Seva Sindhu portal.
Okay.
And once we submitted the application asked us everything. How are you traveling? So by road, we gave them our car details, how many passengers, all of our details. And once you submit it, the next page tells you that there are no slots available to enter Karnataka on this date. Please choose the next slot. And the next slot was after my ICMR certificate's validity is over. So the mistake we did was we did not book the slots earlier. So if you're going to travel by road, please mention that please make sure that your slot has been booked in advance and accordingly get your ICMR test done. That is my advice to everybody. Again, this slot system is not widely publicized. It's only people who really want to travel. If they dig through the documents and the articles, mushkil se you'll find something there. But that's about it. And so which is why we decided to go for air travel. It was a last minute decision because our certificate was expiring in 48 hours. So what we did was we filled out the same Seva Sindhu application where you mention your airport as your mode of travel, and you have to enter your PNR number. So once you book your tickets, enter your PNR number into your application on Seva Sindhu and submit it. You get an acknowledgement from them, which becomes your e-pass. You have to show this e-pass at the Bangalore airport upon landing. And once they see the e-pass, they send you to the medical test counter, which is not a temperature check or anything. Temperature check happened only when we reached the Pune airport. Before leaving, when you're entering the Pune airport, they take your temperature check and they check your Arogya Sindhu app, just to make sure that you have been safe in the last whatever given amount of time and nobody around you has been affected. And once they do that, they check your e-pass from the city of Pune, which is the police thing which I mentioned earlier. They check these two things and then they let you inside. After that, you're on your own until you reach Bangalore, and only after you have exited your plane. So we were wearing surgical gloves because we did not want to touch anywhere. So they make you remove those gloves because they want to take your pulse test. So they take your pulse test and then send you to the next counter, which is to check your COVID negative certificate. And wahan pe they saw that we have a COVID negative certificate from ICMR. So then there were two queues after that counter. If you don't have an ICMR certificate, you enter the queue, which takes you to the line for hotels, for your institution quarantine, basically, where you check your accommodation for the next 7 days or next 3 days if you're coming from Tamil Nadu or Delhi. From any other state, you're sent straight home because there is no such guideline for any other state. And yeah, so for the next counter, they checked our ICMR certificate, and then they sent us to stamping, where the lady over there stamped our boarding passes, made a note of our names, our mobile numbers. She checked our ID proof. She did not make a note of our addresses because all of the information is already submitted on Seva Sindhu when you are leaving itself. So they have a note of where you stay, where you're coming from, everything. And they stamp your hands and they send you home. So your stamp says home quarantined until and whatever date, which is 14 days from when you landed. And the stamp is gone. It's been 9 days. There is no stamp on my hand anymore. It went in 2 washes. I think it's gone. But so that's something I'm scared about. Like if people are not really serious about their home quarantine, they can just step out and nobody will know. And I'm not sure how they're going to keep track on such people. But hopefully everybody is concerned and responsible enough that they maintain their home quarantine.
And how much does this airline cost you? Like, was it an expensive price or a price hike? Did you face a problem with that?
Yeah, so the airlines that I took was Indigo Airlines. And usually, so I basically Pune is my native place. So I know the airfares from Bangalore to Pune. So I'm pretty confident that usually the Indigo Airlines ticket is somewhere between 3.5 grand to 4K max during Diwali season or some peak season.
Okay.
And this time our ticket was 7 grand per person, one way. Yes. So we are 4 of us, like my entire family traveled. So the airline tickets alone cost us 28,000 for just coming one way. And not to mention the cabs everywhere are surging their prices. I mean, overall, if you see, just to get from our Pune house to the airport, from a Bangalore airport to my Bangalore house, together must have cost us easily somewhere around 32,000 rupees. Yeah. This is just for travel. ICMR certification is 4.5 grand per person. That was another 18,000 rupees. So to come back home, I had to spend over 50,000 rupees just to make sure that I'm safely home and I do not enter institution quarantine, which is why even in my Instagram posts, I've mentioned this, that this is something that can only be done by so-called privileged people. Like we have the resources, we have the kind of capacity to take this kind of a last-minute decision. We were supposed to travel by car, which would have cost us say 5-6 grand for the petrol. That's it. But because we couldn't get the slot and our ICMR certificate was already in place, at the last minute we had to take a decision to spend another 32,000 rupees, and we could do it because, well, we are blessed that way. But there are so many people stranded, and I mean, they cannot afford, institution quarantine and good hotels as well. So hotels ka also, I think, Gaurav, you should add those 3 screenshots. One is about the guidelines for quarantine for people coming from different states. And the second is the tariff card. Okay. It's on the Karnataka Health Department Twitter. So add that also here. So you have a tariff card for different prices for different rates of hotel, like 5-star, 4-star, 3-star. You can choose where you want to stay. Yeah, so you can add that here.
So let's move to the last segment of this video and talk about your overall journey, starting with the experience with the Indigo Airlines.
Whatever experience I had with them was really good. I mean, first of all, your middle seats are empty. You only get the window seat or you get the aisle seat. So that way there's social distancing. Yeah, so that way there's social distancing. Cabin luggage is not allowed. So your overhead bins where the maximum point of contact is, like opening those shutters, so that is not allowed. So whatever you take, even if it's a handbag or whatever, you're supposed to keep under your seat. So if your bag fits under your seat, then you take it into the cabin. Otherwise, you have to check in your luggage. And when you enter the airports, your luggage is completely sprayed with disinfectant spray. So that way it is safe, at least until it is loaded onto the aircraft. We do not know what happens after that, or when it's taken off from the aircraft, is it disinfected again? We don't know, but when we entered, it was. And thirdly, so basically when we finished our security check and when we were waiting to board, there were continuous announcements from the Indigo staff saying that right now the aircraft has been sanitized. We are providing you with face shields and masks and sanitizers. Please get into your equipment before boarding. So there's a lot of assistance from their side as well. And also your check-in tags, your barcode tags are given to you on email, which you're supposed to print out and tape to your luggage so that no
hand
human contact is involved in that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that was also provided. So the airline experience was really good.
Okay.
And yeah.
This is the last question, I think. Do you have fear of corona?
Oh my God, who doesn't? No, but there are. So there was a time when in those 3 months that I was stuck in Pune, I was like, okay, so all of this effort that I'm taking, all of this trauma that I'm going through is only because I want to avoid COVID, right? हो जाएगा और खत्म हो जाएगा तो ठीक है ना, because they are saying that if you get COVID and if you're cured, then you do not get it again. But again, that is not full information because there are like 10 different strands of COVID. Yeah, there are 10 strands, so any strand can affect you. But yeah, so all of these thoughts crossed my mind at that point. But when I was actually traveling, I knew that oh my God, I really do not want to get this disease. Please keep me safe throughout. So that's when it really came out that, yeah, I am extremely scared about this disease and I really do not want to get it. And obviously nobody wants to.
Any last but not the least, Madhura, I'm not going to take much of your time. Any special message for travelers? Any one particular or two things or checklist kind of things that you want to point out to anybody who's traveling? What's there to be kept in mind always?
Okay, so first thing, remember that you will take some time to adapt into that equipment. You're wearing a face shield, you're wearing a mask, and you're wearing gloves. So it takes time to think when you're wearing all of that. Just go about your travel smoothly. To go about your travel smoothly, ensure that you reach the airport like at least 3 hours before your flight. This is what we did, and I know it sounds over the top, but the entire process of going through the security check and just sitting at the gate took us around an hour and a half. And then the later 1 hour just went like that because then boarding started. So that 1.5 hours we could calmly do everything because it takes time for you to get used to that equipment that you're in. You can't think, you're struggling to breathe. So all of this will slow you down. So my suggestion is reach the airport way in advance. And secondly, keep 2 to 3 pairs of gloves with you because a mask is still easy to breathe in, but the moment you put on surgical gloves on your hands, you start feeling extremely suffocated because you have no sense of touch, what you're touching, your phone, your boarding pass.
And the sweat starts coming into the hand.
Yeah, exactly. So you have to keep changing your gloves. You can keep sanitizing them. But what we did was once our security check was done, we discarded the gloves that we were wearing and wore new ones just before we entered the flight. And then once the flight got over, they anyway make us remove the gloves for the pulse test. So we removed them then. And then once the test was over, once we were stamped, we wore them again until we reached home. Because the cab and handling luggage.
Story over here. So I've never got a chance right now to travel and wear surgical gloves. But when I traveled to Spiti, and the people who were there who told us that the temperature is going to be so down that you're going to get dead skin very quickly. And we were supposed to ride for 14-15 hours. And bright sun, like the sun is shining, but the temperature is -3. So we had to wear surgical gloves first and then wear our riding gloves, and we have to ride.
Yeah, true.
Cool, Madhura. Thanks a lot for your time. I think this video is going to help a lot of people, and I'll try
I hope so. Yeah.
Because even though I reached out to you, because a lot of my friends want to travel now and they're asking the same thing. That's why I intended to do this. Thanks a lot for your time. And I hope your message reaches out to a lot of people. It was great talking to you. Let's meet.
Thank you so much. Happy to help.
Bangalore whenever the time and whenever the situation.
Sure. Yeah, the moment I get over my initial fear of stepping out of my house, I'll catch up with you.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye. Have a nice day. Bye.
You too. Bye.
That was Madhura for you, who shared her entire experience of traveling from Pune to Bangalore. अगर बहुत ज़रूरी है तभी travel करो, वरना be safe wherever you are right now. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video if you have really enjoyed it, and don't forget to share it with the right people who are willing to travel right now. If you're into this channel, please also hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon and keep supporting me. I will again see you in the next video, guys. Until then,